Well, thank you both for taking the time out today to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Okay, so I wanted to get started asking about how you both became involved in the show and what really interested you in your characters and what was that casting process like for the series?
Do you want to go first or should I go?
You go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I was approached with this show, and I found it fascinating that it was based on a true story or inspired by a true story. And diving into this character of a psychiatrist who takes in a patient, and what happens. And I actually knew the showrunner, Daria Politan, because we went to college together. So that was comforting for me to know someone who was behind this. And I was looking forward to working with someone that that I knew already. And so that was exciting to me. And I'll let Madeline answer the question for herself.
Yeah, I mean, I was really intrigued by the opportunity to play a character that goes through such like a transformation and and has so much happening in her mind, and what we see that's like in her interior monologue versus exterior monologue. There was just so much to play with, and I'm an actor, I love to play, and so to me that was just really like an exciting chance to get to play a role like that, and then getting to dive in and kind of learn about cults, et cetera, et cetera. I find that super fascinating. So I was like, yes, please, I would love to do this.
And also speaking about the research that you maybe both did before signing on or before filming took place, what was that experience like for you both to really delve further into the story, and were you familiar with the book as well overall?
Yeah, so I read the book before we started filming throughout the auditioning process, and I really enjoy getting to do research. It kind of feels like being back at school in the best of ways. Like that's part of the process that I absolutely adore. So just getting to research isolated communities, insular cults, anything like that, and then just getting to really develop me. It was just that was kind of my process and experience, and it was really fun and exciting.
Yeah, and I spoke with a psychiatrist about what it's like to be a psychiatrist in a hospital, how you treat a patient like May who comes in, and then my character, it's revealed her own past and how that affects her as a human being, not dealing with certain things that have happened to her. And so talking about that. And so that was really helpful for me. That was probably the biggest thing for research for me. But of course, I read the book as well, and also did some research on cults.
And also, speaking of working with Daria, I was able to speak with her about the show as well earlier. And I also wanted to ask you both about your experience getting to work with her and with her being so involved in the production, just your collaboration with her as well.
Yeah, I mean, Daria, this is her baby too. She has been working on this for so long. I think she heard the original story and said, I need to do this. And so she started with the book, but of course she's, been working in TV for a long time. So the intention was always to make it into a TV show. And so she really had an idea of what she wanted and how she saw the story and what it was. And so she really had a vision, and it was great to work with her in that way because she knew exactly what she wanted and how she wanted it, and she really knew the story and the characters so well, which is, people hopefully know that in TV, but the characters are a lot of times much newer to someone. She's been living with these characters in the story for many years before we got there. And so, we're trying to help her put this, dream of hers, this vision to life. And so, it was really helpful to her to have her have a really strong vision for what that was.
Exactly. And I feel like she was such a good, a big wealth of information where you could go and ask a question. And she really had you know, a very keyed in kind of like view or a specific view of what she was looking for, like you said, with her vision. So it was really nice to have that kind of resource and have her source material as a resource, and to have her so involved with the show, so that anytime you could have had a question, you could just go and ask, and she usually had an excellent answer.
Well, I think that was mainly it, but thank you both again for taking the time out today to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah, nice meeting you.
You too.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Bye.